art house way up there with the blue and white lights. Symphony House. There used to be a Starbucks on that corner over there where you see a lot of, you know, white paint, and it says Avenue of the Arts, where those people are on that corner. There used to be a Starbucks on the first floor there. A very popular one because there would be tons of students here at the University of the Arts, which goes, you know, their buildings are up and down Broad Street here, or Avenue of the Arts for a section. And it closed during the pandemic, that Starbucks there. And they've never quite had the amount of students that they used to have. After the pandemic, I haven't seen the student population that used to exist here. The street would be like filled with students all the time. Even on a night like tonight, a Monday night. It's kind of strange to see how quiet it is all the time. Here's the Kimmel Center. Over here, popular place to see the symphony and other musical performances. The Voices of the Pop. They don't have the Voices of the Pop. They would have like Nero and the Philly Pops and so forth and so on, or whatever they're called. Ballet, Philadanco, the Philly Pops, and the Philadelphia Orchestra, Broadway series, and Opera Philadelphia, all here in the Kimmel Center, putting on performances on a regular basis. They're not open right now, but we'll walk by and you can see the pretty lights in the eating area. Like they have a cafe right inside and they have these really pretty blue lights in there. Of course it says Broadway series, A Complete Triumph, and then it says Mean Girls, Wicked, Cirque du Soleil, so it's a little bit funny. Give the gift of Broadway. So here's this cafe with the beautiful lights. And I think they did a really good job with this. This is on the new side. They added this in the past year, within the past year. So it's a little bit worrisome these days in Philly. Every once in a while people get nervous. There was a stabbing in the Macy's, and actually a fatal stabbing. One security officer was fatally stabbed and died. A second one was, you know, critically injured and slashed. And that's on the unusual side for Philly, in downtown Center City, Philadelphia. So I think with so much going on, ever since the George Floyd trial, the pandemic, then we have the situation with Israel, and different things are occurring than what used to occur in the city. And I think some people are just on more high alert. The streets are emptier than they used to be in general. So it's a thing of, you know, taking extra care out here. So there's still like boarded up windows, sort of reminding people that there was a lot of violence during the George Floyd trial. Even CVS still has a board up here by the Health Hub sign. This is 15th Street. It's part of the kind of the theater district. People park here and go to the Kimmel Center and so on and so on. We're on Spruce. The CVS on the corner here. It used to be smaller than this, but the CVS filled out here. This used to be a restaurant, then there was a fire, and CVS doubled its size by taking up the additional space where the restaurant used to be. Kind of forgot it was a restaurant. It's been so many years. Here's Hicks Street. So sometimes I'm walking a dog down there. So a fellow dog walker often operates out of the Drake. So we're passing the Drake right now, and the police, I saw the police at the concierge, so for some reason they went on into the Drake. Male and female cop. Right. So here we are, the terrain. The female head chief of the FBI, I think, lives here. She wound up shooting a dog. This is like a year and a half ago or a year ago or earlier this year. I kind of forget, but she wound up shooting a dog that got really aggressive. So that became like a little hot story there for a while. This is Enswell, sort of like all's well that ends well, but of course it's spelled without a D. Looks like they're having a special party or similar tonight. I don't know if you can rent it out, but they serve Rival coffee, and it used to be a Rival cafe. They had at least 2 locations, one here and one a lot farther west over on like 23rd, I guess. That's 16th Street. Heading on north. I'm going to go west here. These are my usual stomping grounds because I usually walk. For quite a while, I've been walking for 2 separate clients in this area. Right now I'm down to 1 in this little 3-block radius. They're kind of all neighbors and friends, if you will, here. So I used to walk Rudy. I don't know if they'll be back or not, but Rudy on Smedley Street. We're about to cross Smedley. So it's a very decorative street. They have a lot of pretty lights up. It's usually pretty active in general. So sometimes I would be a little bit frustrated just because there's too much traffic on that street. And that would get to me a little bit, but they do it up in terms of decorations and lights. So extra community oriented, I guess. So we'll head on down here towards Doggy Style Pets, and is it La Fontana or is it a different? I forget what the name of the restaurant is all the time. Approaching 17th Street, which is my normal stomping grounds these days. In the past, I was up and down, up and down. I like the lamp in here. It looks like a big moon, kind of. So for many years, I marched up and down 19th Street ad nauseum. Now we're on 17th, so we do a lot of up and down 17th Street. That's 10th Presbyterian Church on the corner there, 10 Presby. So they get a good crowd on Sundays and for events and stuff like that. It is